Hello again, everyone. We're here today for chapter 109 of Seraph of the End. I am not ready for this chapter. I am so not ready for this chapter that I've already had to restart this recording twice because I've been stumbling over my words in excitement and fear, because fucking hell, we're meant to get the plot in this chapter. We're meant to have Shikama Doji tied up telling us everything about, what the scheme is, what this 1,000-year-old plan of bullshit is actually all about. We're meant to get all the answers in this chapter, and I am not fucking ready. I am not prepared to have all of my theories of months and months and questions and all of this debate that has been happening, and it's been so fun. I'm not prepared to have it all just ripped up in an instant by Kagami. So yeah, maybe a bit late, but I will be swearing in this video, so just be mindful of that. If you're not into it, not for you, this one. So with that, pull up a chair, make yourself comfortable, pour yourself a cup of tea, and let's get going. Oh my god, that cover page. That cover page is so sweet. Oh my goodness. All the smiles. Oh, okay, so I'm guessing we're going to see Mika and Yu in this chapter. That's cute. Okay, yeah, back to Seraph fuckery. Lovely. Hey, Mika. What are those things up there? Angels, I think. Hold the fucking phone. Where is Shikama? Where are the answers that we were fucking promised? Where's the ancient Greece flashback? Where is it? Where is it? I mean, okay, yes, we have the boys talking, which is really, really good, but fuck's sake, I wanted answers. I wanted answers. I guess they couldn't just tease Demon Mika for one chapter. They were like, no, we need to give you more of this beauty and goodness. I'm living for it. I could build a fucking shrine to Demon Mika in my house. I did actually put his picture on my fridge the other day, and my other half was not impressed, so the fridge, of course, being the holiest place in the house. I tell you what, I really like how Mika bumps Yu's chest. They're I don't know what it is. There's something about how they interact. A lot of people accuse Mika of being feminine and stuff, but he's really not. In terms of how Mika and Yu act towards each other, they're still very kind of masculine in that energy. I don't know how to explain it. Not that there's anything wrong with being feminine, of course, but I don't understand why they accuse Mika of being this girly character, because he's clearly not. Here where he's bumping Yu's chest, that's a very kind of masculine thing to do, in my opinion. We watched your past just a bit ago, remember? Those were your memories, not mine. Hang on a second. Is this a lead into the whole we're going to talk about our future thing? We're talking memories, we're talking feelings. I know Shikama's kind of out of the way for the time being, but are we doing this now, really? Okay then. Okay, I'll take it. I will happily take it. It's probably wise, considering how things have turned out for them two in the past. They should probably say things before it's too late. They have a bad track record on that front, don't they? So quickly, boys, come on. Confess your undying love for each other, come on. Tell him you love him too. Tell him you love him too. Go on, tell him. Oh, but he won't. He won't, because the story is not at its end point, guys. The story isn't at the end yet, and that means that we need to sell more copies. That means that we can't turn off the last, few fans that are actually reading this for the plot and not the actual ships. I'm joking. I also watch for plot, but at this point, Mika and Yu are kind of keeping this thing afloat. So, but if Kagami is going to be cynical and wise in a way, he's just going to hold this over us, and he's going to give us all the hints in the world until the very last chapter, and then he'll make it canon, because then he's already got the money in his pocket, hasn't he? So I am cynical. Welcome to my brain. We fought Shikama Doji a minute ago, right? And I devoured a ton of your desires, right? Yeah, you did. When I did, I ate up a lot of your memories too. I bloody called it. I called it. I said that because Mika is now joined to you, that he would share his memories. I fucking called it. Although, I don't know. It's a bit strange, because I thought the memories came back immediately when he did the contract, because, he got aged up and he said that whole line about we need to talk about our future. He does say here, though, that his memories are all jumbled up as well. So, yeah, he's clearly still confused. He might not be able to remember things properly. And also, does he even have the full bank of memories? Because, he said that he took that desire from you and got the memories as a result of that. So has he got them all back, or just some? Does he remember certain events in chapter 90, for example? Does he remember a certain someone who offed him? A certain daddy dearest who needs an ass kicking? I'd like to know if he actually remembers that or not. Get out of here, you idiot. Oh my goodness, we're getting more of the fucking torture scenes. I've just been rewatching the anime and I'm sick of these torture scenes. Like, stop. Does Kagami have a thing for torturing Mika? I'm really starting to wonder. Like, they better give this guy happiness in the end. They had better give Mika a happy ending, because the amount of shit that has been thrown at him throughout this manga, the amount of times that we get shown his suffering, I'm hoping that it's building towards like a great big payoff where he gets everything he wants in life. Oh, we're just simping for Mika at this point. Whatever, guys. Why? This hurts. I'm sad. Why do I have to go on surviving all alone? Oh my god. Oh, that's Yu's inner thoughts, it must be. Just go already, you idiot. It's my fault this happened. If anyone can get out of here, I want it to be... Oh my god, that's... Oh my god. Yeah, it's my fault this happened. That's not a surprise. You know, we know that Mika blames himself. If anyone can get out of here, I want it to be you. Oh my goodness. That's brilliant. Because that shows that even when Mika was human, when he was a child, when he had, you know, full human emotions, you were special to him. Even back here, Mika has always prioritized you. Mika has always loved him. That to me is what that panel proves. I.e., you know, my feelings for you haven't changed much at all because Mika has always loved him. And that's brilliant, because I've always been a little bit afraid of the fact that when Mika became a vampire, he lost his emotions. He basically only had you as the single source of love available to him. And I did think, oh, no, that makes their relationship a bit, you know, codependent. It's not great. But now with this, it shows that those feelings were always there. So I'm pretty sure this is a retcon, but this is a really good retcon. This is a retcon I can get on board with, that, you know, Mika's always loved him in that way. That is beautiful. That is amazing. Of course, Mika is seeing his own memories here because he can hear his own thoughts in his own head, which means the memories are back. Yeah, now he's exclaiming that he's excited. What's wrong, Mika? It's like memories in stereo. I have both my memories and yours. Wow, I really do have both. Oh my god. Okay. A second here to appreciate Mika's collarbone. Let's just take a moment. His expression. Mika's expression is always so soft, and I am soft for his expression. Of all things, I was not expecting it to go to a Guren flashback, okay? I'm not giving up. I'm going to kill all the bloodsuckers out there. That's it for today. Any more of a beating would kill you. So what? Who cares if I die? Everyone else is already gone. Only stupid me. I'm the only one stuck still alive. Why? Why is it just me? Why? Oh, I need to give this child a hug. I need to give this child a hug and like bundle him up in cotton wool, wrap him in blankets and just tell him it's okay. You're safe. I just realised something during the editing process on this panel. Is Yu actually trying to get Guren to accidentally kill him here? Is that what he's trying to do? I really get that impression now, like watching it back a second time. I know it's naughty, I shouldn't be doing like an additional thing after the reaction, but honestly, that's really how it comes across now. It comes across that is him trying to die in the moment. It's not just him, you know, being his stubborn self. He's actually trying to get Guren to accidentally kill him off. Fuck me. Okay, and then Guren picks him up and tells him basically that he's got the right attitude. We do see this. We do see that Guren has instilled in him like a will to live, which is really good. And that is consistent, that Guren does keep saying to you, like, you have to live on. Like he said in 104 or something, like, you know, you can't let Mika just devour you because, you know, Mika wants you to live too. However, I'm going to caveat this very fucking harshly. Guren, I think, wants you to live so that Guren can use you. He's not just doing it out of the goodness of his own heart. Otherwise, why the fuck is Guren continuing to lie to Mika and Yu and not, like, divulging the plan to them? Because we know that Guren's got the fucking plan laid out in his head. Like, he's the one that stabbed Mika with the fucking needle. He knew that Mika was going to become a demon. He knew all of this. And he didn't tell them. He didn't tell either Mika or Yu. Why didn't he tell them that? Because Yu will follow Guren to the ends of the fucking earth. We know that at this point. The man is Yu's father figure. Yu will do anything for him. Guren could have just been, presumably, could have just been honest about this plan. He could still take the chance and just be honest about this grand plan that Yu is involved in. But he's not being honest, is he? He's not divulging the grand plan to Yu. He's just using him as a fucking chess piece. And the same for Mika, of course. So why wouldn't he tell them the truth? I think it's because they're going to end up dead at the end, according to Guren's plan. I think he needs them to live. He needs Yu to live for as long as it's convenient for him to live. I honestly think that. We know that Guren will do pretty much anything to get what he wants. So yeah, I honestly do think that if Yu and Mika follow Guren's plan to its conclusion, whatever that may be, I believe that they will end up dead. Let's see if I'm right. Whatever, just live, okay? Even if it's dumb, do whatever it takes. Get stronger, gain power, then get revenge. Dying can wait until you've tried at least that much, right? Oh, God, right. Listen to that line from Guren. Get stronger, gain power, then get revenge. Yu's revenge at this point is to kill all the vampires, if you remember. That's what he wanted at this point in his life. When Guren saved him, that's what he was looking for. And then Guren says, dying can wait until you've tried at least that much. So maybe if Yu is disposable in Guren's grand plan, Guren's plan will promise the end of all the vampires. You know, maybe all the vampires get killed when this world reset happens to restore the humans to life, possibly. And in doing so, Yu dies in that process. So he gets his revenge at the cost of his life. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. All those years, Yu suffered feeling alone and abandoned. His saviour was Guren Ichinose. We're getting God parallels, guys. We're getting God parallels with Guren and literally God, like the saviour figure. Right. I'm not going to do this justice. So I'm not even going to try, really. But there is an amazing fucking theory on Reddit. I'll link it in the description, where it describes like Guren as like a false prophet. The whole family thing is like a cult. It's amazing. But they also were very, very good in observing that Guren is Yu's saviour. And it's kind of been confirmed here then. Guren is literally Yu's God and saviour. I am your God, as Guren once said. And you can't disobey God, guys, can you? You can't go against what the Holy Father tells you to do. Now that I've eaten Yu's memories, I get why he wants to trust him so much. But is trusting him wise? Oh, yes. Yes, Mika. Yes, Mika. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. Thank God, after suffering so much, Mika has developed a sense of self-preservation. Even when he's forgotten all the detail, he finally, it took God knows how many near-death experiences, but Mika finally has a sense of self-preservation. He knows that Guren, the motherfucker, is not to be trusted. Like, I don't think he remembers the actual event of Guren betraying them and, you know, Mika dying as a result. I don't think it was exactly clear if Guren cut him in half or if Mika cut himself. Doesn't really matter. He died as a result of Guren's fuckery, so Guren killed him. Anyway, I don't think that Mika remembers the actual events in full, but I think the event must have left, you know, quite an impression on him deep in his soul, you know, and that's why he's still got the instinct that this motherfucker can't be trusted. Oh, so Yoichi is pointing out about the angels being really scary. Yeah, weird, right? Like, what's going on in here? The question we ask every fucking chapter, what's going on in here? Don't ask me, did we beat the first or not? Nah, he ran. Technically, he was yeeted. He didn't technically run. Hey, Mika, can you manifest outside too? Probably, yeah. Let's head back then. Everyone's waiting for us. Yeah, but you? To be honest, I'm kind of mad at you. Mika is always playing the role of like the nagging, worried wife to Yu. There was that panel back in the day where Yu was like, oh, you know, don't tell Mika, he'll get worried about me. And then Mika was like, too fucking late, I heard it, bitch. How? Why? Yu, after you left Sanguinum, you tried to die a bunch of times, didn't you? Yes, Mika, call him out. Call him out. And Yu's still trying to smile in that panel when he goes, you peeked into my memories. Oh, that's kind of like a painful, like half smile, like, oh, I've been found out, shit. I peeked into your memories. Yes, that's totally unacceptable. If you had died, what would have been the point of me throwing my life away to save you? Well, it wasn't that easy, you know. Being all on my own was really hard. I get that, but still don't do that. Yes, give the kid some self-esteem, Mika. You needs to find the self-esteem himself, though. You needs to realise himself that he's worthy of living, you know? It all worked out in the end, right? I survived to meet you again, and boy, am I glad I did. Mika's like kind of knowing look there, thanks to Guren, right? Yeah, thanks to Guren. I guess I'll have to thank him for that much at least. Oh, no, you fucking didn't. No, I guess I'll have to thank him for that much. No, Mika, don't you thank him. Don't you fucking thank him. Ooh, I'm gonna flip my shit. Don't you fucking thank him. Thanks to him, the two of us found each other again. Well, yes, I suppose. He gave you purpose and a reason for living. Yes. Yes, okay, fine. But no. I'm thinking of like a Pirates of the Caribbean quote here. What is it? One good deed does not redeem a man from a life of treachery or something. Yeah, let's both thank him together. Oh, Mika's half smile again. I feel like Mika's got a bit more smirky since he's come back as a demon. Or is it just me? Oh, yes. Mika death glare eyes. That panel was good. That panel does things to me. Yes, my boy is so smart. Guren did save you, but I bet he has an ulterior motive. He wouldn't do it purely out of the goodness of his heart. Mika, you are a saint. You are a saint. You are the beacon of light. You are the beacon of hope. This boy is so smart. And what's up with those angels? What were those monster blob things? The answers are probably somewhere in Yu's memories. I guess sometime soon the two of us are going to have to start digging through them. That's cool. So they're going to start doing this together. They're going to uncover the answers together. So rather than Mika, you know, eating Yu up, basically, for his dinner, him and Yu are going to work together to uncover the truth. That's really good. Ooh, that's an interesting panel. So people have pointed out where Mika's got a tail that is very similar to the Seraph's. And you can really see the comparison in this panel. You can see Mika's tail clearly in the bottom right, and you can see the Seraph's tails, and they're very, very similar shaped, really similar. You? I promise I'll protect you, and I'll protect you too. Oh, we have a mutual declaration of protection, guys. Oh, my soft heart, my soft heart. Let's go back, yeah. Oh, they're reaching for each other. I just want to say, like, look at the way those hands are positioned, because that's like Yu's left hand and Mika's right hand. You physically can't do like a bro handshake with your hands in that position. Like you can only do the, you know, my love, take my hand sort of reach. That's all you can do from that angle. So yeah, Mika and Yu totally just held hands and we were fucking denied it. What are you doing, Kagami? Stop denying me my ship. Gimme Mika Yu. Okay, I was not expecting Ferid and Crowley to appear in this chapter of all people. It's good though, I mean, we haven't seen them for so long. Did you notice Crowley? Yeah, the first was captured. I assume we're no longer dancing on the first palm, but on dear old daddy's now. Saito, because Saito is their dad, yeah. I can't say, I haven't heard what parts of those plans were. I haven't heard what parts are. For God's sake, I have tried to read this bubble about 3 times and I still cannot get this out. I used to have like a mild stammer back in the day. Thankfully I managed to get over it, but this line is fucking with me and I'm going to defeat it. I haven't heard what parts are part of whose plans. I don't even know what that means. I haven't heard what parts are part of whose plan. There must have been a better translation for that. Jesus Christ. Basically, we don't know whose plans are whose and we don't know what bits are from which plan. It's a shit show. You could have just literally just put in that speech bubble, it's a shit show. No one knows what the fuck's going on. Much easier, concise way to get the point across. For all I know, it could be yours. Are we seriously going down the route that Ferid is the fucking ultimate top man mastermind here? Because that is, yeah, okay. Ferid has a sinful... What the fuck are those sinful keys for? Like, they have the ability to seal very powerful spiritual entities, I guess. But, like, to weaken them, to seal them, I don't know. But Guren has one as well. We know that Ferid and Guren have worked together before. Are working together, question mark, I don't know. Interesting that those panels are side by side. I'm back. And then we have Mika manifesting. Is it just me, or does Yu smile in this panel look just slightly proud? Like he's happy to show Mika off to the squad. He's like, look at my husband. Isn't he beautiful? And Shinoa's like, yeah, you saved him. Okay, that's good. It's good that Shinoa like acknowledges Mika there. That's nice. Hang on. I have one fucking question here. And I don't hate Shinoa or anything. I like Shinoa. But what happened to the fucking lethal poison that Mahiru was so worried about? Because that was injected into her physical form. So what happened to that? Because she seems okay now. She seems fine. I'm not wishing death on Shinoa. I'm really not. But actions are supposed to have consequences when you write a story. If you're going to like try to convince me that Shinoa is also a very self-sacrificing person in the same way that Mika is towards you, if that's what you're trying to convince me, you have to show the sacrifice. You can't just show me the act that is supposedly sacrificial and then make her okay at the end. Like, no. I'm sorry, I'm not a sadist, but I need to see the suffering. I need to see the suffering to believe in what you're trying to tell me. Yeah, thanks to you, Shinoa. Shinoa's blush there, and then Mika's pissed off face underneath. Yes, we like our jealousy. We like our jealousy. One thing here about the whole Yu-Shinoa situation, I think it makes sense for Shinoa to actually end up confessing to you. I think that because her arc at the moment is all about her getting in touch with her emotions after Mahiru literally beat them out of her as a child. So for her to show growth as a character, like it makes sense that she would have to say to you, yes, what Shikama Doji said, that I'm in love with you, yes, it's true. You know, these are my emotions. This was not a demon trying to trick you. Like, yes, that's actually what I feel for you. That would be satisfying, actually. For her character, that would be appropriate. It would also put you in an interesting position, wouldn't it? Because if Yu is faced with a blunt confession like that, where the person is literally standing there waiting for a reply, you know, Shinoa's not going to conveniently burst into flames in front of him so he doesn't have to give an answer. Well, presumably not. Unless she also dies during a heroic sacrifice moment, fucking hell. But yeah, if he has to literally, like, answer to Shinoa and say either yes or no, accept or deny, he's going to have to give a reason for the no. He's going to have to give a reason for the no, guys. So I'm hoping for that. I'm kind of hoping for that. We get a confession from Shinoa and a rejection from Yu. And obviously off the back of that, hopefully a confession from Yu to certain someone else. So that would be interesting. Okay, good to see you back. I'll even compliment you on it. Mika's distrustful face. Yes, yes, boy, yes. Ooh, that's a weird panel. So then we see Guren with 3 of the keys in his hand at his side, like hidden away as if he's trying to hide it from them. Oh, and finally, at the end of the chapter, we come back to Shikama in the cage because we couldn't have started with that. We couldn't have had a chapter of, you know, flashbacks and answers. No. We have to leave it to the end and we'll tease it again for one more chapter until chapter 110. Why? Just give me answers, please. Oh, I've been denied. I've been denied my Christmas present. All I wanted for Christmas was answers. Okay, I lie. No, what I actually wanted for Christmas was Demon Mika, like a colour panel of Demon Mika. That would have been chef kiss, beautiful. But no. It seems we've both underestimated our creations. Someone else stands in the forefront now. I spent tens of thousands of years creating and fine-tuning my plan, but this someone outdid me and spoiled it. Whoever can do that is the kind of person who'll destroy the world for personal gain. Of course, Ferid. Okay, so yes, Ferid would definitely destroy the world for personal gain. He'd do it for the lols. Whose turn is it, you ask? I think it's finally our turn, Guren. Oh, and here I am thinking that God is the big bad in this. I don't know. Okay, right, hang on, back up. So, Shikama has his whole thing still about being cast down from heaven, Mika being killed, and so on and so forth. That can't have been anything to do with Guren and Ferid. Like, there still has to be some kind of celestial fuckery going on Shikama's side of the deal. But it looks like Ferid and Guren are probably like exploiting the whole mess for their own gain. I think that's what's going on. Guren is trying to resurrect all of humanity, he says. Really, he's probably maybe he's just interested in his squad because they only have a couple of years left at this point, right? Ferid is a bit harder because what does Ferid fucking want? Like, how do you guess what's going on in that brain? Like, what is the personal gain that he's trying to get out of this situation? The only thing I can think of is maybe he wants to die because he's the character that keeps saying, I want to die, like over and over again. He's the one that often complains about the vampire curse of immortality, you know. This is so complicated. This is so complicated. Okay, so I've now had a chance to reflect overnight and calm down a bit, get the shipping fuel out of my system. So I'm a bit less giggly now, thankfully. And I can look at this more with a sort of cold, hard view of the chapter and what it actually contained. So yeah, having slept on it, I just feel disappointed by this chapter. I think because we were baited so fucking hard with the answers, like that's very cruel to do to your audience. And I do worry that we're not even going to get answers in chapter 110 at this point because it seems like Saito's attention has been successfully diverted away from Shikama because Shikama's obviously highlighted that Guren and Ferid are like the big threat. So I don't even know if Shikama's going to give Saito any answers. Saito might even like release him from the cage for all we know. So yeah, not impressed by that. It's just, it feels like bad writing to me. It feels bad, it feels dishonest to your audience to promise the answers and then snatch them away. Not happy about that at all. We got some very cute mikayuu, but you know, a girl cannot live by ships alone. We need plot as well, guys. We need plot as well. So yeah, the mikayuu stuff was very, very sweet. I think it's kind of implied in this chapter then that they remember their mutual feelings for each other. And I do think that they know now that the other person loves them in the same way. I can't explain any other way the goings on in this chapter, like the mutual declaration of protection, the hand holding, the sharing of those memories where Mika says, I want it to be you that survives. I can't see this in any other way than the fact that they both now know that the other one loves them very deeply. So my hope now is that we get a more kind of solid confirmation, by which I mean I want to see some more physical affection between them. We didn't see any hug in this chapter. For goodness sake, if my best friend, like forget romance, if my best friend came back to me from beyond the fucking grave, I would like tackle them to the ground. I would probably hug them to death again. I'd probably even kiss them, like, honestly. And Mika and Yu didn't hug in this chapter. I know they did the hand holding and they did the sweet words and stuff, but I need to see some more physical affection between them at this point, especially now that it seems like their feelings are mutually understood. So, going forward, what do I want? I want to see them kiss. I know some people feel differently about that. Some people feel like a mutual kind of confession would be enough. I don't feel like that. Reason being is that the straight couples have always been portrayed in very black and white terms in this series, you know. Mahiru and Guren, we have the kiss scene, we have them sleeping together in the light novel. Then you have Kurito and Aoi, we have the big kiss between them, which is an expression of Kurito's desire for her, so we know that there's like an attraction there that's mutual. We have Shinoa talking very frankly with Shikama Doji about lust and love and how she feels about you. These pairings are not ambiguous, really, like the intentions behind those pairings are not ambiguous. With Mika and Yu, they now need to really hammer this home and really commit, because I still feel like they're trying to walk a tightrope with them, and they're trying to please both the shippers who really, really love them together, and they're still trying to keep it so that anyone that really hates them together can still put on the anti-goggles and see past it. And that's really frustrating, because I want the level of attention that is given to the straight couples to also be given to Mika and Yu. I want the same level of confirmation between them, especially because it worries me slightly that with Mika and Yu, they're trying to go down like the whole their love is particularly pure route, based on the fact that they are, you know, maybe angelic in nature, like they're holy, possibly a god, ? I'm not going to go into that theory right now because we'll be here forever. But I don't want them to portray Mika and Yu's love as like this godly thing beyond human comprehension and that, you know, lust is an inherently evil human thing, where, you know, all of the other couples that we've seen, you know, they are human and they are engaged in that physical side of intimacy with each other, as you would expect most loving couples to do. If Mika and Yu want to be human, which has been the stated goal, especially for Yu towards Mika, like, I want to make you human, they should show the same level of physical love between them that we see the straight couples portraying. And I don't want to see that the physical side is sinful. That makes me very uncomfortable. It feels like a double standard. So yeah, I would really like to see, moving forward, more physical interactions between them. And I want to see the kiss. I don't need to have them sleeping together like Mahiru and Guren. I don't need that, but I want to see them kiss, because it puts them then on the same level of canon as the heterosexual pairings. That's why. One thing also about my feelings towards Guren, because I know I come off as really hating Guren in this video. I have sympathy from like where Guren is coming from. I don't fully understand his backstory yet, full disclosure, because I have Catastrophe. I have the book in front of me, in fact, that I'm reading at the moment. So obviously I don't fully understand Guren's backstory yet, but from what we're shown in Vampire Reign, I have a fair grasp of his character, I think. He's a father figure to Yu. I appreciate the stuff that he has done, but I have to object when somebody is thankful to someone that has abused them, because yes, abusers can show a caring side, you know. Domestic violence is a very good example of this. You go through stages of, you know, very intense, I think it's love bombing, and then you will incur that person's wrath. So yeah, you don't thank your abuser, and that's why in this chapter that really set me off. Yeah, I understand where Guren is coming from. I have some sympathy for him. I don't trust him as far as I can throw him. So that's my feelings on Guren as a character. And I need the other people in this story to start reacting to him appropriately. And I think that's my issue so far with him. It's not him as like a character and his motivations, it's how the other characters are reacting to him. And thank God Mika seems to be coming back again to inject some sanity into the situation. He's not part of the cult. So thank goodness for that. Thank goodness for Saint Mika. He is the way, the truth, and the light. Anything else to comment on? Yes, Ferid and Guren's plan of bullshit. So they seem to be exploiting whatever's going on with Shikama, because Shikama's got his whole celestial battle going on with God, whoever killed his son and, you know, cursed the vampires and so on. And I think we got a bit of a false flag earlier on in the manga, because Ferid literally says that our enemy is God. And I'm sure that in that chapter, I can't remember which one it is, but it then cuts away to show Shikama. So I think that was like a mislead to say that the enemy is Shikama, who is God, but Shikama's not God. Shikama's enemy is God, and Guren and Ferid's enemy is also God. So I think Ferid was actually being truthful in that chapter, and he was actually telling us, again, he's the king of foreshadowing, yeah, final battle's going to be against God. I really hope that Mika and Yu talk about their feelings before they fight fucking God. Like, boys, you need to sort yourselves out before it's too late, because, you know, that whole we need to talk about a future thing, you may not have a future at this rate. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else to really comment on. I'm just disappointed that we didn't get the ancient Greece flashbacks. I wanted a chapter of nothing but flashbacks and answers. That's what I wanted. I got Mikayuu instead. I'm okay with that, but I'm going to lose my patience with this series pretty fucking soon if we don't get answers. And I think a few people in the fandom are feeling that way now. I think we're tired of going back and forth between whose plan is it, who's in charge here. It doesn't really matter whose plan is whose if we don't understand what the stakes are in this plan. How am I supposed to care whose tune we're dancing to? Like, how does that affect our characters if I don't know what the stakes are to play for? Not brilliant writing, I don't think. I'm hoping that we do get the answers pretty soon. Mika and Yu, like I say, they need to go delving through those memories. I want this series to finish with a satisfying conclusion before I kick the bucket. That's what I need. Can you imagine if I die before this series is finished? Like, I'm going to need somebody to visit my grave with, like, the last volume of the manga and just bury it with me. And just say, I'm sorry you missed it, but we got there in the end. So yeah, I think that's all from me in terms of reflections. Sorry it wasn't that deep this time around, but we didn't get the fucking answers. So I was prepared for a much deeper chapter than this, but I didn't get it, so fuck it. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. If you did, please give me a like, comment and subscribe for more. You can also follow me on social media. I will put the links in the description. And if you feel so inclined, I have a Patreon as well. So if you feel like supporting me, donations are very much appreciated. And with that, guys, you take care of yourselves. I will see you in the next one. I'm out.